My name is Barry Nelson. I'm a retired licensed psychologist. I moved to Beacon about 3 years ago or so. I'm really enjoying my life in Beacon. It's very different from Vermont, where I lived for 35 years. But actually, I was born in Brooklyn, New York, and I spent the first 18 years of my life there. And so coming back to Beacon, being in New York, it's like returning home in a way. Because Vermont was very different, a totally different kind of state, different people. So I'm really enjoying being back in New York and having my New York driver's license again, which was my original driver's license. So it's been a lot of fun being here.
And the question of the day?
And the question of the day is, do I have an accent? Is that, that's a funny question because I never thought that I did. And I grew up in Brooklyn, and I grew up where people had some really strong Brooklyn accents, and even more so like kind of Jewish Brooklyn, very nasally, accents. And I never really thought that I did because my parents didn't really have an accent. They didn't have like a strong accent. So I always grew up thinking I didn't really have much of an accent. But then, when I was up in Vermont, people often were able to tell that I was from New York. And even though I don't really hear a really strong accent, I know that I do. Even though it's not like, well, Barry. That kind of accent. It's not really like a super serious accent. But there is definitely some accent there. And that is my heritage. My parents were born in Brooklyn, in New York, and grew up in and around Brighton Beach area. And so then there is an accent there. But, like my grandparents, they were from Russia, so they didn't really have New York type accents.